Why are individual family members genetically different? Imagine a family where everyone looks a little different, even though they share the same parents. It might seem surprising, but it's actually a normal part of how genetics works. Each person in a family has a unique set of genes, which makes them different from their siblings and parents. This is because of several natural processes that happen when our genes are passed down. Humans have 2 copies of each gene, except 4 genes on the sex chromosomes. One copy comes from the mother and the other from the father. When a child is born, they get 1 gene copy from each parent, but which copy they get is random. This means siblings can inherit different versions of the same gene, called alleles, leading to differences in traits like eye color, height, or even how they respond to certain medicines. Before eggs and sperm are formed, a process called meiosis occurs. During this process, the genes on the chromosomes are shuffled through a process called recombination. Think of it like mixing a deck of cards before dealing. This creates new combinations of genes that are different from those in the parent's original cells. Because of this mixing, each egg or sperm carries a unique set of genes, which increases the genetic diversity among siblings. Mutations also play a role. Sometimes, small changes or mistakes happen in a gene during the formation of reproductive cells or early development. These mutations are like tiny edits that add new variations to the genetic code. They can be harmless, or sometimes they cause differences in traits or health. Genetic traits can be influenced by many genes working together, called polygenic inheritance. Plus, environmental factors like diet or exposure to sunlight can affect how genes are expressed. So even if family members share many genes, they might still look or act differently because of how their environment interacts with their genes. Some conditions are inherited in a recessive way, meaning a person needs to inherit 2 copies of a non-working gene to show the condition. Parents who are carriers have 1 normal and 1 non-working gene but usually don't show symptoms. Their children can inherit different combinations, which makes each person's genetic profile unique. Parents may also share some genetic similarities because they might choose partners with similar traits, a process called assortative mating. But because of the randomness in gene inheritance and recombination, their children will still have differences. Understanding these processes helps explain why siblings are not exactly the same genetically. It also helps us see why genetic testing can reveal different risks for hereditary health conditions within the same family. Each person's unique genetic makeup influences their health and traits, which is why personalized medicine and family health history are so important. In the end, the combination of random gene inheritance, genetic shuffling, mutations, and environmental effects creates the rich diversity we see even within families. This genetic variation is what makes each person special and helps us understand the many ways our genes shape who we are.